This is NBK, nothing but Knicks. When Sim passed the assist, you know that it's #1 show that breaks down the game. If you can't play defense, stay out my way. Dribble the ball, come down the lane. 5 seconds on the shot clock, who gon' win us the game? You wanna hear Nick updates and trade rumors? Post-game reviews, this the place you tune in. Tell a friend just to keep the ball moving. Like the page if you feeling the movement. Every game we coming to win. Give us a sub like a player that came off the bench. This is NBK, nothing but Knicks.
Knicks family, what's poppin'? It's your boy. And we're here at Legends, ladies and gentlemen. We got a group with us. Let us know we're here. Yes, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, tonight. Let's go. Tonight, ladies and gentlemen, the Knicks take on the Boston Celtics in the season and home opener. We're here to talk about it. We're going to break it down. Unfortunately, we're not going to be taking any calls, right? But, we have some people here that's going to join in from time to time. And you'll see, we'll switch throughout the panel and all of that. I do want to say today's live podcast is sponsored by The Game Day, ladies and gentlemen. So please make sure you check out The Game Day. You can head out to their page. There's a link in the description of the video. It's also attached to your YouTube chat all the way up at the top, so you can check it out. And, if you want to get the most up-to-date sports content data as far as fantasy sports and getting your betting on, make sure you check out The Game Day, ladies and gentlemen. Anyway, let's go ahead and let's get this started. Steph, what's going on with you? How you feeling?
The Queen.
Oh, wait a minute. Mic is out. I can't hear you. Check your mic.
What about now?
There you go.
Oh,
there you go. There we go.
Sexy time.
Appreciate you guys. Shout out to you, Sim, the chat, the panel, everybody that's here to support. It's about to go down in a few hours, the Knicks versus Boston. So I'm just happy to be here. This is actually my first game with NBK because I think I joined after the season started. So I'm excited. I appreciate all of you guys.
Yeah.
Let's get started.
Let's get it. Ebru, what's popping, man?
Chilling, man. I feel like I'm in my crib. I got my beer. I got pants on. So everything is good.
I guess we can start off by just talking about the injury report. Who's going to be there? For the Knicks, who's going to be there for the Celtics? For the Knicks, I guess I'm expecting everybody to be there except for Julius Randle. Have we heard anything different? And excuse us, ladies and gentlemen, we obviously don't have the normal, graphics that we send across the screen and all that kind of stuff because we're out here in a live place. So there's a lot happening, a lot going on. But does anybody know the lineup situation or the injury situation for the Knicks right now?
Other than Noel, I haven't heard anything.
Who's starting at center? Mitchell Robinson?
I think probably Mitchell Robinson. I mean, I would think it's going to be Mitchell Robinson who's starting at center.
That would be dope, man. Start the season off right.
Yeah, start the season off right. I mean,
Check that.
Yeah, you're going to check that? Yeah, I mean, I would think that it would be Mitchell Robinson. I know he only played one game in the previous, he played against Washington, right, in the preseason. Taj Gibson still started. He came out after like 5 minutes or, something like that, 3 to 5 minutes, and Mitchell Robinson, kind of took over from there, although, Taj Gibson still got plenty of burn and all of that. I don't know. Maybe Taj Gibson will start tonight. Maybe Taj will start and then Mitchell Robinson will, just to keep the continuity since he's been starting throughout the preseason. Not that he's going to be the long-term starter, but at least from the beginning to keep the continuity, I think maybe he might start Taj Gibson and then later on in the season after 3, 4, 5 games go on and start Mitchell Robinson. But I think Julius Randle is the only person out for tonight's game. What do you think about that, Ebru?
I don't know, man. I feel like we need to start off on a good foot.
Right?
Yeah, that's the only thing I'm worried about. Taj Gibson is good. He's able to score in the post, spin moves and things of that nature. But I mean, like, to really start the season out correctly, we really need him to be in there.
Taj.
Yeah.
Need
No, I'm
Taj
talking
to
about
be in there.
Mitchell Robinson.
Oh, Mitch.
Yeah.
It's
But-
saying Mitchell Robinson could start,
Could
but
start.
it's not definitive yet.
Right. Right. And, I mean, the only reason why I say maybe they'll go ahead and start Taj Gibson is, like I said, just for continuity, just to keep things together, from the beginning of the season, since Mitch hasn't really been there. Let him get his wind back. Let him get his legs under him a little bit. Get used to playing with Kemba, Fournier, and all of that. He might, Taj Gibson, he's been around, right? So I think it's a little bit easier for him to ingratiate himself with anybody who is new to the team than maybe Mitchell Robinson, right? Because Taj Gibson just has a better basketball IQ than Mitch. Not saying anything bad about Mitch, it's just, Taj Gibson's been around for a little while. You know what I mean? What you think, Steph?
Yeah, I agree. I don't even think Mitch is going to play a lot of minutes tonight. And we don't know where his conditioning is as well. So I think Taj will start. But between the two of them, I don't know if we can get 48 minutes. So we may see a little bit of the more small ball as well. Because I'm not sure Tibbs is ready to go with Sims either in this first game.
Right. The small ball. We saw some of the small ball against Washington, right? Obi and Randle together. Steph, what do you think about it?
I like it. I definitely like it because Obi's defense is better, right? Randle is, he's outmatched at that position depending on who the center is, but there's no center in the league that's going to be able to hold him, right? So that actually also brings their big person out of the key, and that opens up the lane. So if he does pass, if somebody, flashes or cuts through and they get the ball, there's no rim protection there, right? So I think it helps us on that end as well. I do think that you got to have strong perimeter guards, though, if you're going to go with that small ball lineup, because we don't have rim protection. Obi did okay the last time in terms of blocking shots, but we don't have the rim protection. So you're going to need to have some stout defensive guards up front. So I'm not sure if Kemba plays if we go small ball. But I don't think Grimes plays either, right? The first game of the season. So is Rose, Burke, and RJ strong enough defensively up front to try to keep those guys out the paint, because we don't have rim protection in that type of lineup.
Right. That's the question, I think, right there. Keeping those guys out the paint, that's been something that I think we dealt with throughout the preseason and will probably continue to deal with throughout the remainder of the season. Right. It makes Mitch and Nerlens Noel just that much more important to this team.
Right.
It's a tough one. I don't know. What you think, Eru? That
Well, we need a mix, man. You know what I'm saying? It's to have Randle doing this thing and Obi at that time. We in order for that to work, we need Mitchell Robinson and these guys to set the table and play that way. That way, just to take the defense off their heels, kind of. They can't just show up and say we're going to play the Knicks a certain way. You know what I'm saying? Like in order for that Obi Randle thing to work, Mitch Robinson and these guys definitely need to be out there. Right. Just to set the table, to give the defense a different look.
Yeah. I guess we'll see. Now, what about the Boston Celtics? Who's playing for the Boston Celtics tonight?
I had to Google it, man. I'm like, who is this guy?
Well, what I saw. Oh, you have it already?
Well, I'm looking at what is this, G. Williams? I'm like, who the hell is this guy?
Greg Williams. He's a power forward. So I saw Schroeder. Excuse me. I saw Marcus Smart. Jalen Brown back from COVID protocols at the 2. Tatum at the 3. Greg Williams at the 4, and Robert Williams the 3rd at the 5. Okay. That's what I saw earlier today.
Okay. And see, I wasn't aware that Jalen Brown was going to be playing. I thought Jalen Brown was going to be, still out. For whatever reasons he was going to be out. I thought he was still going to be out of the game. So, and now this was last night. Things can change really quick. Right. And I was reading a couple of reports, from, some Boston Celtic blogs and this and that. And this was, again, like I said, this was last night. But what I saw from those reports is that it's possible you could have Marcus Smart, Romeo Langford if Jalen Brown is unable to go,
Right.
Aaron Naismith at the 3, Jason Tatum at the power forward, and Robert Williams at the center spot. Now, like I said, that was last night. Things can change drastically within hours in the NBA, as we know. You know what I mean? But let's just start off with Kemba Walker and Marcus Smart, right? And then we'll assume that Jalen Brown is starting at the shooting guard spot, and I'll go ahead and I'll get that up there. But I want to talk about that matchup. Kemba Walker and Marcus Smart. Marcus Smart is a defender. Kemba Walker is an offensive guy, right? Eru, that matchup right there. Does Marcus Smart give Kemba Walker problems defensively?
I think they're going to have to do that. But what surprises me is that they didn't start Schroeder, because I would think you would put Schroeder out there to try to attack Kemba Walker. Their whole lineup kind of bugs me out. That Greg Williams, whatever his name is, I would expect like somebody else, like I definitely like the other kid, Nate Smith. I thought Nate Smith would get a shot more on that team than them.
He might still. He might still.
Yeah, and then Alfred out of situations with his injuries and stuff like that. So it's weird, man. I just don't know what the Celtics are doing. I feel like they're trying to hand us the win. I think so.
Are the Celtics trying to hand us the win?
Yeah, I think so.
Hell no.
Yeah, Langford played well for them too, and Langford's not even in the rotation. I don't know what's going on with that.
I mean, think about it. Last year we started Elfrid Payton. We weren't trying to hand teams wins, but it just fit the lineup. You know what I mean? So it could be the same. It could be the same type of thing.
Right.
They're just trying to fit those lineups together and figure out what works best for them, and how to how to put together a team that's going to be competitive every night and not have all of their best players in the starting lineup and nothing in coming off the bench, right?
Yeah.
Because unlike some Boston Celtics fans, we're going to get a Celtics fan on here soon, right? In the StreamYard, we're going to get him here in a short second. But unlike the Celtics fans, they think they got a super duper squad, but they don't. I mean, they're good, but they don't have a super duper squad. I don't think anymore. You know what I mean? I hear these guys. Whatever. When he gets in here, whenever we get him in here, we'll let him have it.
Yeah.
We'll let him have it. We'll let him have it.
And he can give us an update on Jalen Brown as well.
Yeah. He can do that.
He's good to go. That's what I thought.
He's good to go right now.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
I mean, that obviously makes the game tougher. So let's talk about that. Jalen Brown and Evan Fournier then. Right? Steph, how are you feeling about that matchup right there? Jalen Brown, Evan Fournier.
I'm feeling really good right now because this is his first day back. After being out for COVID protocols. So I don't expect him to be sharp. He hasn't been practicing with them probably. So I'm feeling okay, okay about the matchup. If he was healthy and sharp, I would have definitely some concerns. But I think Fournier, his issue is not even Jalen Brown. I think his issue is just being aggressive, getting to his spots, not, deferring too much. And just doing what he does. He can score on all three levels, and we're going to do that tonight. And he's a playmaker. So I think if he starts deferring, that's what makes it hard in that starting lineup. He's deferring. Kemba's deferring. That's why we're not getting the rhythm, and the offense is not as smooth as it can be. So hopefully tonight, he's out there and he's thinking about doing what he does.
Right. Let me give a shout out to Bale. Thank you for the super chat. He didn't say nothing in the super chat. He just put it up there. Thank you. I appreciate you. And then John from Still Knicks fans. He said, "What's good, NBK family? I'm looking forward to the Knicks' first win of the season. And it will come tonight against the Boston Celtics." And he said, "Can he get a round of applause? Please give John a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen." Yeah, give him a round of applause. Eru, what do you think about that matchup? Fournier and Jalen Brown.
I just don't get it. Like the same thing like us. We're looking to let guys come in, get in shape and stuff like that. So now they just throw Tatum into the fire, and they're gonna have him chasing Fournier around, because Fournier, Fournier has, is a former Celtic, so he's gonna get out there. He's gonna be fired up, getting want to play. So that's a tough matchup for Tatum to start. Not Tatum, this guy, Brown to start, from the jump. So I really don't get it. I don't get what their strategy is. Because I mean, playing defense is one thing for us, but them they have to figure out a way to attack us. So my thing, I would attack Walker, try to get mismatches going with Fournier, and doing switches and stuff like that. That's what I'm thinking of. But just to see him to throw him out there in that way, I just don't think that's good business for the Celtics. As a fan, I'll be pissed off, because I mean he just came off of COVID. Why would you throw him out there like that?
Yeah. I mean,
he had to clear some sort of protocol, right?
Yeah.
Right. He had to. And how long was he out with COVID? I don't think it was long. Maybe it was protocol because he came in contact with someone.
Yeah.
Right.
And so he had to, go through protocol just to be sure that he didn't have it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So,
that's true.
Yeah.
So if he didn't actually have the virus or any symptoms, he may have still been working out, keeping his conditioning up.
Right.
Sure.
Right. Exactly. So
if it was Tom Thibodeau, he would throw him out there 35 minutes, 40 minutes ahead, just like he did Rose. And Rose came back. I think Rose for like 30 minutes his first game back.
right.
Yeah, he had full blown COVID.
Right. Full blown COVID. Exactly. So
He actually had it.
Yeah.
he actually had it. He actually had it.
They say right now he's impressively fine from a physical standpoint, given the circumstances.
Hold on. Why don't you grab the mic? Because I don't think they
Yeah, he
can
don't
hear
need a
you.
mic.
They
Everybody
can hear
don't
you.
need a
I know.
We in the building, y'all. The mic on. Hold on.
Go behind.
Mic
Yeah.
on. Hello.
Oh, you don't gotta grab it too hard. You don't gotta be
You got
too
KRS
much
One
into it.
Brown, healthy and safety protocols.
Come down a little bit.
We got
bit.
KRS One back
will
here.
start Wednesday night on the season opener against the Knicks.
Brown cleared health and safety protocols on Tuesday, but his condition was in question following his long layoff. Udoko said that Brown looked impressively fine from the physical standpoint, given the circumstance. He likely could see fewer minutes, but it most likely will depend on how he looks while he's out there. So feel free to fire away on Brown if you have him. This is on the Yahoo Fantasy Chat. This is where I get all my Knicks news from. You heard?
All right.
That's the blast master evergreen right there. The blast master.
And you guys, he may not even. You guys, he probably didn't even need the mic because he just, I got smoke coming out of my earphones right now. Got smoke coming out of my earphones right now. But ladies and gentlemen, if you guys have something that you want to say, you want to add anything, the mic is there. As a matter of fact, we can pull a chair up right here. We could pull a chair up right there, almost in front of Eru, and people should be able to see him or something like that. We can figure out how to get that done.
Screen?
But you said Greg Williams. You said Greg Williams would be another forward, right?
Yes,
Greg Williams
at the 4.
Okay, so let's check this out now then. So then now you talk about Kemba Walker and Marcus Smart, Evan Fournier, Jalen Brown, RJ Barrett, Jason Tatum, Julius Randle, Greg Williams, Mitchell Robinson, and Robert Williams. So my question is, RJ Barrett and Jason Tatum, how do you feel about RJ Barrett and Jason Tatum? And after this, I want to start getting some people from here to join in and get some of their thoughts in. RJ Barrett and Jason Tatum. Go ahead, Evergreen. You back here.
Yo, RJ Barrett's gonna cook them. That's how I'm feeling right now, Sam. What's good? What we doing? We out here capping for the Celtics right now. We Knicks fans. What's going on?
I'm just
We Knicks fans? But realistically, I think it'll be a tough matchup for RJ Barrett, and I hope he does the best he can. I'm really worried about how he's gonna look on the isolation. He's done well. He did well against Bradley Beal, but Bradley Beal's a runner. So let's see how he does against a stronger opponent in Jason Tatum. This is scary, man. It could go both ways because I think RJ Barrett might be a little bit stronger than Jason Tatum. So we'll see, man. That's the one. That's the one I'm a little worried about. All the rest of the lineup, it don't matter. We cooking them either way. But that Jason Tatum and RJ Barrett one is kind of iffy. Jason Tatum, trained up by Kobe. He's an elite scorer. We'll see how it works out.
He had a game winner on him.
Yeah,
he did hit a game winner. So we'll see. It'll be tough, but I'm a Knicks fan. You know what I'm saying? What we doing right now?
I feel you. I'm just saying.
I'm a Knicks fan.
I mean, let's be real. We're asking for RJ to be the guy that can shut down opposing three men, right? Small forwards.
Yeah.
Right out the gate. Here he is, right out the gate. Jason Tatum.
And not for nothing, Sim, like, you know, if you pay attention to what was going on last year, like RJ Barrett was playing a lot of 2 last season. So he was playing against smaller guards. You know, yeah, he was a little bit slower, but now we kind of put him in what most of us would agree to be his natural position, but he just hasn't had the experience against NBA competition of the 3, staying at the 3 and guarding it. Most of the best players in the league right now are wings, are at the 3. So he's got a really tough job, and I think the first night of the season opener is going to give it to him. You know, so we'll see. I'm proud of all the work that he's done so far. So let's see where he goes with this.
All right. Let's see where he goes with it. Steph, what do you think? How do you feel about it?
I mean, I agree with Evergreen. Listen, I'm a Knicks fan, but Tatum is near elite on that offensive end, right? So I expect him to have the edge coming out, but it's about execution. So I think if RJ wants to be the defensive stopper, like Evergreen said, this is the test tonight. Now, nobody's expecting him to stop Tatum, right? Nobody's expecting, Tatum to score 6 points. But yeah, we want him to make it tough. He should be efficient. Like if he gets 20 points, let him get it off for 20 shots. You know what I mean? Something like that. Make it tough for him. But I don't think we're gonna stop him.
I think they're playing into our game plan though, because I feel like they're playing like just to match up with us rather than playing to win the game. You know what I'm saying? I feel like RJ Barrett is the defensive stopper. He's gonna be guarding Tatum anyway. And then I feel like they just put a defender Smart against Walker to try to stop his offense. I feel like they're not really playing to attack us. So I think we're starting off the game, them playing our game plan. So I think we're gonna do good, man. I think we just got to do our part as fans to get out there and start cheering like crazy out there.
I think the bottom line is Knicks win on the bench, right? Especially at the big man, right? If you look, Enes Kanter is probably going to be the starting center coming off the bench, right? No matter who plays him. If we're doing a small ball lineup, we know that Julius Randle is going to cook Enes Kanter. He's already done it. He already dropped a 40 piece on him, right? So it all depends on how they bring in that off bench lineup. And if you look at Boston, they really don't have the same amount of continuity that we have coming off the bench, right? So the bench for this team is for our Knicks is going to be the deciding factor as to what's going to happen with this game. I think if you look at the starting lineup, for the most part on the offensive, defensive level, Marcus Smart and Kemba Walker kind of cancel each other out. If you consider that they've been teammates and they kind of played with each other for a little bit, training camp and all that, they kind of cancel each other out. Same thing with Evan Fournier and Jalen Brown. The outlier in this is the starting lineup between RJ Barrett and Jason Tatum. But then once you get to the power forward center position, who the hell is Grant Williams, right? Julius Randle, there's you can't give me 5 people in the league right now at the power forward position that can consistently guard Julius Randle. You can't, right? And then if you look at what we want or what we would think for Mitchell Robinson, they just gave Robert Williams a bag with what, $13-14 million? Does he really deserve that? If you look at what Mitchell Robinson has done for us, does Robert Williams deserve to make more money than Mitchell Robinson? Absolutely not. I think once Mitchell Robinson gets his conditioning underway, we'll be fine. But that power forward position on the starting side and on the bench side makes a huge difference for us. A huge difference.
What I will say is whether Robert Williams deserves the money or not doesn't have anything to do with this matchup. Like this guy, you got to respect him. This guy can definitely, he's about 6'9", 6'8", so he's an undersized center, but his timing is impeccable in terms of blocking shots. So I think we have the edge if we do the small ball lineup, because I don't think he can cover Randle on the perimeter. But underneath the basket, I think he's gonna do okay. He was limited last year because of injuries and foul trouble. If he gets better in that regard, I think he's going to be okay.
Absolutely.
Mitch still has the edge, but remember, Mitch is not in peak form right now, right? So it may be a wash there. As far as their bench is concerned, I think Boston has one of the strongest benches in the league. They got Schroeder coming off the bench. They got
I don't believe him.
They got Richardson coming off the bench. They got Al Horford is out. He also would be coming off the bench as well. And I forgot who their other 2 players. So I do think our bench is stronger from a continuity standpoint.
Right.
I think we definitely have the edge there. But I'm not sleeping on Boston. I'm not sleeping on their starting lineup, and I'm not sleeping on their bench. This is going to be a tough game. I still think the Knicks win by 10.
Okay, I like that. Knicks win by 10. Who we got? We got my man Tony Crow in the building. What's good, baby?
Peace, yo, Black. It's time.
How you? He's here. Who you got winning this game, man? You better say Knicks. You better not say nothing else but the Knicks.
You know the Knicks is winning.
Okay.
We gonna win, and it's gonna be easy.
You want to
It's
go?
gonna be easy.
Do you want to go with Knicks win by 10? You want to follow suit with Steph here or what? What we doing?
I think so.
Okay.
10 point lead.
10-point
I
lead.
want to talk
Okay.
about RJ and Tatum though. I think this is a great matchup. First game of the season.
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna be tested.
Right.
This is what we want from him. Guard the best guy on the other team, guard the best wing on the other team, and he's gonna have that opportunity. It's gonna get a little bit easier as the season goes along, starting off with Tatum. So, I'm happy to see that, and he's gonna have his work cut out for him. But this is the good test to start the season.
Right. I agree. Definitely a good test. I mean, if you consider all of the other small forwards out there that are elite in the league, I mean, what better way to start off the season and then get you a nice little break in between before you start having to play your LeBron James and eventually later on down the season, the Kawhi Leonard, so on and so forth. This is a definite good test for him. But just checking in, we got my man Julito in the building. What's good, Julito?
What's poppin'? What up, NBK fam? I was about to head out in a bit, so I gotta come over and say what's up to my guys.
Peace.
Shout out Sim. Shout out to the fam. It's like a family reunion
Absolutely.
over here right now.
Word up.
Shout out to the
Absolutely.
Queen, Steph. But I'm here though. What's up, man?
Who you got winning this game? You better say
Don't even
Knicks.
play with me,
Okay.
man.
All
Don't
right.
even play.
All right.
I got
All
the
right.
Knicks going 82-0 now. At the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, I look at it like this, right? There's not going to be a team that we go against that has a better bench than us.
Okay.
And that's just facts.
I agree.
And I think when you take Jason Tatum and you take Jalen Brown off the court, we are just a better team than the Boston Celtics.
Okay.
And we're going to see maybe a 75% of Jalen Brown, maybe 80% of Jalen Brown. I think we're better than them. Jason Tatum is remarkable. He's out of this world. He's going to get his time. He's going to do what he do.
He's a bum. Yeah, I said it.
And guess what?
The crowd's going crazy.
He's gonna have to play defense tonight.
He's
though.
got to play defense.
So he's probably going to end up, they're going to probably put him on. They probably going to put the Williams kid on Julius. Okay, so that means
RJ.
RJ got to go off, man. Tonight
RJ.
is a big test for RJ.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. If RJ was to give me 20 between 20 and 25, give me 8 boards, give me 4 assists, we win by 30 today.
Okay,
Whoa.
so what do you say for the people that say that this is RJ Barrett's breakout year? How many games does it take before you make the decision and say, okay, RJ Barrett is doing this thing, he's going to be maybe an all-star or he's on that cusp? What do you say to those people?
It's facts. I think RJ Barrett is going to have a phenomenal season. I like the fact that he's actually taking the challenge of guarding the best player on every team.
Absolutely.
When you got a guy that's willing, he's talking about it in every interview, right? He's dealing with a guy like Tom Thibodeau, teaching him his ways on a one-on-one basis. When you got a guy like that, man, he's young still, man. RJ is what, 21, 22?
21, yep.
21 years old, man, and he's guarding the best player every night, even if he's not as successful as he would like to be this season. Just that challenge alone and that test alone is going to take him to another level.
Absolutely.
Do I think he will be an all-star this year? I'm actually not going to put my money on this year, but next season for sure.
Okay. Tony Crow, what you got to say about that? He said not this season, but next season for sure. Do you agree?
This the breakout year.
Okay.
This the breakout year. He has no choice. I think offensively it's going to be a lot easier this year than any of the years in the past. They can't really double off him,
Okay.
and if they double off him, punish him. He hasn't had wide open shots in his career. You know what I mean? He's been guarded, and his strength has been his strength.
So this is RJ Barrett's breakout year. So you saying he makes an all-star team or he wins most improved player?
I think he got most improved player
Ooh.
easily. I just think he's in the system to do so.
Okay.
I think not to cut you off, Tony, I don't know but I just think if anybody else is going to be in the consideration for it, they're not going to get as many minutes as RJ. They're not going to get put in the position as RJ. They're probably going to be coming off the bench. RJ Barrett's going to start for us and play 30 minutes a game.
So does he make most improved player
and make the All-Star game, or what? What are we looking like? Because I mean, let's consider all the other threes on the Eastern Conference. Right?
All-Star is going to be tough. There's too many good players, man.
Okay.
There's DeMar DeRozan coming to the East.
Yeah. Oh, ooh, that's crazy. That changes things.
There's Lonzo
yes.
Ball coming to the East.
But at the three though, I'm saying because he's playing the three right now,
Yep.
right? So let's go through it and we'll say DeMar DeRozan at the three, or Zach LaVine at the three because they're playing
because they do forwards.
Right.
So Zach is DeMar. You got Jason. You got Jalen. You got KD. You got Harden. You got Tobias Harris.
Okay.
Who's gonna have way more stake, my brother.
Hey, what's up, my brother?
We got State on the check-in. State, pick the mic up. State, pick the mic up.
Come a little closer too. State, come
around back behind me so the whole gang can see you.
Oh, what's up?
So we got State. I'm gonna try to turn this a little. No, it ain't gonna work. Here, see if you can pull up over here.
Just think about it though. Tobias, right? Tobias is about to have an opportunity like he hasn't had. Ben Simmons is ball dominant. Ben ain't playing for them right now. Tobias is their go-to scorer besides Joel.
Okay.
So you got Tobias Harris, who may have a big year. If they want to be good, he has to have a big year. It's way too many people in front of RJ Barrett.
Right. Okay. So what do you say about this? Because I got a sleeper player that I think is going to make most improved player this season by the name of Kyle Kuzma.
Oh,
right. Ooh. I think. Listen, he dropped 25 in the preseason. Listen, I'm just saying he's got a different outlook now. He's in a totally different place. He's got the opportunity to get the ball in his hand. What do you say to the people that think that Kyle Kuzma could potentially make most improved player over everybody else?
No way he gets it over RJ.
No way he gets it over RJ.
I want him to have a successful season because I got him on my fantasy.
Right.
That's it.
Look, y'all notice it. I brought that up because the guy that took the pick right before me is sitting to my left. I wanted Kyle Kuzma, so he took him. So that's why I brought that up. Okay.
After that, it's trash.
State, what you got, man? Who you got? You got RJ Barrett doing most improved player? What?
Is this mic even on?
It's on.
It's on.
Oh, what's up, everybody?
Peace. State's in the building. Sim's all the way in the back.
Oh, what's up, OG Sim? What's up, OG? I appreciate you for having me come through. I appreciate all of y'all. You know I got RJ Barrett most improved.
There you go.
You know what time it is.
Yeah.
We dealt with Alfred Payton for 2 years straight, brother.
Alfred caught it straight.
He always does that.
Payton caught it straight.
Between him and Die Hard, they bring up the two worst players possible.
Chris Duhon, Tony Douglas, Jeremy Lin. Keep going.
Keep going.
Trey Bird.
Yep.
We got Kemba Walker in the building.
Yes, sir. Soundvy's in the building. Soundview, stand up. What's good, y'all?
So I'm happy. I appreciate what the Knicks did. To be honest, I know I made fun of Evan Fournier.
I did too.
I made a lot of fun of him, but you know he's a great pickup. Reggie Bullock can't do nothing without the ball, so Evan Fournier, he picks up on that end, and I just like the versatility.
Okay.
RJ Barrett, all team second defense, man.
Yeah.
Gotta be. He's guarding the best player every night.
Right.
So he gotta be that. Ron Artest, I know you've seen the Olympics.
Right.
6'7", 220. That's what he looked like to me.
Okay.
But
RJ about 6'7", 6'8", man. That's
6'7", 6'8".
Come on, man.
It's around there.
Strong.
But overall, I'm happy. Mitchell Robinson is back.
Let's
too.
go.
Mitch. We don't gotta deal with Stonehand Nerlens right now. Shout out to Taj Gibson. I'm happy for him.
We're going to need Nerlens, though. We're going to need him.
And I'm happy, man. We got Derrick Rose and Kemba Walker as the point guard.
Right. So State, what do you think about the Mitchell Robinson, Robert Williams matchup for tonight? How you think that works?
Ain't Robert Williams hurt?
No,
he's playing tonight, man. He's playing.
I'm not worried about him. We
Okay.
got OG Taj.
Okay.
I'm not worried about him. You know, I bait Taj a little bit. Even I want to win. So we got OG Taj.
Okay.
What center is Boston bringing off the bench?
And it's Cantor. That guy
food against Mitchell Robinson.
I wouldn't say he's food against Mitchell Robinson because we don't even know what Mitchell Robinson can do.
It doesn't matter.
Scoring.
And it's Cantor. We watched him for over 82 games. And it's Cantor plays no defense. He's food against Mitchell Robinson.
Okay.
No, but on the other end, Mitch got to play some D.
Yeah, and we're going to have to gang rebound.
And they got to because in this Cantor, one of the best offensive rebounders in the game. Outside of that, it's over.
Can I ask a question, please? We paid Nerlens. I gotta ask the tough question. We paying Mitch? We paying Mitch after the season?
13 mil, my friend.
Okay.
Yeah, give him 15.
I'm giving.
15.
I give him. I've already said this on me and Die Hard have already spoke about this. We spoke about this for almost 2 hours.
And I spoke about it with him too. And I said I don't want Nerlens, Randle, and Mitch being paid. I already said.
So
that.
what do you consider being paid? Because
Somebody gotta go. Not Randle. So it gotta be Mitch and Nerlens.
Nah, you gotta pay Mitch.
Why can't there be a world where they all exist together?
Because it's a wings league.
Nah,
You know what I'm
man.
saying? You
Nah.
gotta pay the wing.
Nerlens deserved his money for what
So
he did for
Nerlens
us
did
last
deserve
year,
his money.
and
Okay.
Mitch is
I'm
gonna
not
earn his money this year.
So let's look at how the contract is situated right now, right? If this is a wings league, the only wing that we would need to quote unquote re-sign is Kevin Knox, right? I mean, I'm not saying that we need. Hold on, see, this is what happens. Because y'all know that I'm a by the book guy, right? So Kevin Knox is a guy that you would, under your scenario, being it's a wing league, you would want to re-sign him, right? But what I'm saying is, R.J. Barrett is still on contract.
Okay.
Evan Fournier is still on contract, right? Grimes, we just got him, still on contract.
I'm not worried about him. He's never gonna see
So who else do we need to sign as a wing? Why do we need to we have 3-4 of them already? Why do we need to let Mitchell Robinson go or let Nerlens Noel go when we can keep them? Because they're the two starting centers back to back.
So you could pay Mitch,
Right?
but Mitch and Nerlens is redundant. So they do the same thing.
You
But
need
Mitch
that.
is
That
a
makes
block
sense.
threat.
That helps
That's
our
the only
system.
That keeps
If
our
Mitch
defense
shoot-
solid.
If
Right.
Mitch shoot the ball. That's why I want Mo Bamba here. If Mitch shoot the
Oh
ball.
my God, him.
I would not have a
Bamba.
problem. Shout out to Mo Bamba. Shout out to Harlem.
You just want him because he's from the uptown. That's
Right.
why.
And G in the building.
I wouldn't have a problem.
Right.
Man.
Right.
He
Okay.
hasn't shot
Man,
the ball in
get-
3 years.
Give
We
Mitch,
expect him to
give
shoot
Mitch,
20.
give Mitch 15 million a year.
15.
Give him 15. Let him play his 25. Yeah, that's his range.
If
That's
Mitch-
what he's working
if
on
Mitchell
open market
Robinson-
right now.
If Mitchell Robinson
You have
gets
to pay
15, if Mitchell Robinson get 15 million a year, he better be on the all defensive team.
Yeah,
he better be the lead leader in blocks.
Wait,
But I'll give
Evergreen.
him 13 in a
No,
heartbeat.
Evergreen. Let me explain something to you. They just gave at least like 4 to 5 players in this new extension. They just gave at least 4 to 5 players some big money. Mitchell Robinson is getting 15 million a year, whether he plays good or not.
So
And
can I
that-
say
That's
something?
just what's going to
Can I say
happen.
something to that?
It's
Jared Allen value to Cleveland is probably different from Mitchell Robinson's value.
yeah, and when Jared Allen got what, 30
Because he
million,
got the
20
4
million,
seed
25
without
million.
Same thing with Robert
No,
Williams. They
100%.
gave that dude $13 million a year.
I
He
agree.
didn't deserve it. All right. So it is what it is. I think we'll win this game. It's too easy. Mitchell Robinson deserves $13 million a year. So, give that man some money. We out of here. I'm out of here. Excuse me. We gonna pass it off. Who else is here?
And G in the building.
I'll pick it up.
Shit, did that break?
Yeah, the OG, the legend, the man himself.
I don't know where the conversation went, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not even sure
Shout
where
out to
we
OG
are.
Sem, man. Shout out to Sem. He's the greatest. He's one of the first. I'm gonna give Sem his flowers. He's one of the first people I watched on YouTube for Knicks, and he's one of the people I do podcasts for, and I will always salute him. So I'm gonna give you your flowers now, OG.
Appreciate you,
before
Stig.
we go to the game.
Appreciate you, my man. Appreciate you. And before I even get started, I just want to remind you, ladies and gentlemen, to check out the Game Day, thegameday.com, thegameday.com. Make sure you go check out their website. They're on YouTube. The link is in the description of the video. It's tagged right now on the top of the YouTube chat. All right. And if you want the most up-to-date sports content and betting odds, make sure you head to their website, ladies and gentlemen, for the most up-to-date sports content. And I see Cornerstone Kev in the building. I see Cornerstone Kev in the building. Hey, Cornerstone, do me a favor. Hey, give him that mic right there for 1 second. This one right here? Yeah. I see Cornerstone in the building.
President of the Kevin Knox fan club.
Cornerstone, do me a favor. I just want you to say thegameday.com.
You got to come into the
Just
camera.
say
Come over to the
thegameday.com. Thegameday.com.
You gotta sit so they can see you, Kevin.
All right, so what am I saying now? First of all, it is an honor finally.
Say thegameday.com. That's all.
TheGameDay.com.
You heard it, ladies and gentlemen. Thegameday.com. For
Good to see you.
up-to-date sports content and betting odds, go to thegameday.com. They are the sponsor of this show right now, ladies and gentlemen. They are the sponsor of this show. I also want to let you know, and everyone who's watching right now who may be at the game or going to the game but not here, we'll be back here after the game. Directly after the game, we're coming back here, and we'll be doing the post-game show. All right, so come back. I know you got work and all that kind of stuff. Even if you can come back for 30 minutes, just come back and join us. We'll be doing the post-game show from right here, ladies and gentlemen. So make sure you come check us out.
I'll come back if we win.
All right. Oh, you'll be back if we win.
I'll be back.
Be back if we win. I want to talk about keys to the game, ladies and gentlemen. Keys to the game. And in about a couple minutes, I'm gonna call up Guard Up Knicks so they can come up and talk in a couple minutes. All right. Guard Up Knicks is in the building. But keys to the game. Keys to the game. I want to know what you guys think about. What is it that we got to do to win tonight? I'm going to read off what I think we got to do, and then I want to find out what you all think, and I want to get some more people to come up here and join us. First and foremost, execute through physical defense. You know the Celtics are going to play physical defense. They're going to come at us tough, especially, since there's a lot of talk about the Knicks. You got Kemba, you got Evan Fournier. There's going to be a little that makes a little bit of a rivalry right there because they're both just coming from the Celtics. They're going to come at us and play physical. We got to be able to execute through that physicality. I think that's first and foremost. I think we got to weather through the storm of nerves, right? It's going to be, their first game of the season at the Garden. Haven't played in front of this many fans in a while. You know what I'm saying? So there's going to be some nerves. I think they got to let those nerves out. Just do straight up hustle. Just come out there, hustle, right? And let their nerves out that way. Defend, protect the paint. We talked about that earlier. We can't let guys just run into the paint, score layups on us. You know what I mean? Mitch, he doesn't have his legs under him. He's not he's fully healthy, I guess, but he doesn't have his legs under him, doesn't have his wind. We don't want to get him in early foul trouble by letting guys get in the paint. Now he's got to try to protect the rim. Now he's in early foul trouble, right? Because we don't have Nerlens Noel to back him up. You know what I mean? So we got to make sure that we keep guys out the paint. That might be a tough task. Ball movement and man movement. We've averaged 116 points per game throughout the preseason. 116 points per game. We've been holding teams to like 101, 102 points per game. We got to keep that ball movement and man movement up. Tom Thibodeau keeps talking about it. He keeps saying, move with the pass. Move with the pass. Play with the pass. They pass the basketball, it should initiate some movement somewhere else on the floor. I'm looking for that tonight. And then let's play from ahead and not from behind. The last two preseason games, we've been playing from behind, right? We had to catch up. We had a 19-point deficit. We got to come back. We can't do that tonight. This ain't the Washington Wizards. It's not the Detroit Pistons. If we get a 19-point deficit tonight, it's going to be hard to come back. It might be a wrap. It might be done. But if we do get a 19-point deficit and we lose the game, it doesn't mean anything. It's just the first game. So I don't want Knicks fans to go crazy and start jumping off the bridge. If they lose, we probably won't have anybody here. So they got to win because we need people to be here. All right? We need people to be here. So yeah, that's my keys to the game. I want to pass it around and find out what your keys to the game are. Julito, I'll start with you, then I'll pass it over to
I'll
Big
go
Ed.
real quick because I want to get Guard Up Knicks over here. I agree with everything you said. Excellent keys to the game. For me, it's about the perimeter defense. When you watch us in preseason, there's a shift from how we looked last year because the names of the games have changed. But if we're able to have that intensity on the perimeter because they got some of the best perimeter offensive players in the game, right? You look at what Jalen Brown and Jason Tatum could do on that perimeter. We need to be able to contain that as much as possible. That's number one for me. Number two, I agree 100% with you when you said those nerves. Listen, I was in the Garden last year, playoffs game 2. The floor was shaking. The floor was shaking. Every moment there were screams. Tonight, I think it's going to be that times 2 because we weren't prepared last year for what happened. I think last year it came out of nowhere. We became the We Here season. It turned us up. Now, tonight, where there's so many expectations, every celebrity in the world will be in the building. Every Knicks fan, from newcomers to old schools to the day oneers, will be in the building. It's gonna be serious. Then we got Kemba's welcome home. He's going against his old team. Fournier going against their old team. We're going against our rivals, Sim. You know what I mean? Guys that we've hated for, since the beginning of time. It's the intensity, the electricity is gonna be huge. Contain that. Relax. First quarter, I can expect it being messy because it's going to be just electric in that building. After that, relax. Tom will be sure to keep us calm. Relax. And I think we need to have a big game from RJ and Mitch, to be honest. And it's going to be tough because Mitch, he said after last game, I'm tired. But he tried to explain it in a way that was weird. I'm not as tired as y'all would think, but I'm tired. I don't know what he's talking about. Mitch, get some PR. Get somebody to help you with your answers, my boy. But I think after that first game, I'm glad Tom was able to put him in preseason. I'm sure they had a very intense 5-on-5 scrimmage yesterday, and I think they had a good day of scrimmage, right? Mm-hmm. Let's get the win beneath your wins, my brother. Mitch, I expect him to have a double-double. I think a double-double is going to be norm for Mitch coming into this year. RJ needs to turn up, and Julius Randle just needs to be him. I'm not expecting much for Kemba. Kemba probably got like 50 family members in the crowd. Kemba probably got family walking around right now. They in the legends. Kemba got people everywhere. So one of his cousins from North Carolina is probably downstairs having a drink. Right. Kemba, just give me 10. You know what I'm saying? Just give me. Listen. I think Julius Randle is the key to the game. Julius Randle himself is the key to the game. He needs to go to work on Grant Williams. He needs to go to work when they switch over on a Jalen Brown or a Tatum. He needs to go to work. But I love y'all, man. Shout out to MBK. Shout out to everybody that's here. It's packed in here. It's amazing. And Sim, anytime you call me, I'm coming with no problem. Pause.
I appreciate
all
you.
Love to y'all. Cornerstone. Oh, you know what I mean? But you said Frank, I'm out.
And G, what's going on, man? Tell me, what's your key to the game? Go ahead, Cornerstone.
We here, man. Listen, I one thing I disagree with Julito is I think this is Kemba Walker's game. He thrives in situations like this. From back when he was on my Huskies in the Garden, I think Kemba's finna go for like 25 tonight. I think this is Kemba's game. We may not see him. We may not be able to see him as good again after tonight, but I feel like tonight he gonna be on his ish. Julius Randle, I think he got a point to prove. I get the nerves and stuff, but I don't think anything compares to the playoffs last year. So now that he's experienced it, and RJ has experienced it, and these guys have experienced that, I don't think nerves are gonna be an issue tonight. I think it's gonna be more some excitement. And I think if they could ride that momentum, this is our game. The feeling's in the air. I'm telling you, if I don't see any way we lose tonight. I think Jason Tatum go for like 35, but I think we win easily. And the crowd's gonna be bananas. Kimba's gonna get a step back. D-Roll's gonna do a little up and under. Like I just feel it in the air. I feel like it's our game. I don't see how we lose. It's magic in the air right now, and I think we here for real this time. Last year we was like at the door. This year we here. We at the table with forks and spoons and I ain't ready to eat. So listen, I'm not worried about Jalen Brown. I'm not worried about no Williams, the third or the other one. I'm not. Marcus Smart is not really smart to me, so I'm not worried about him. If we play our game, we defend and ride that energy and ride that momentum, it's our game to win. So I ain't worried at all. I'm excited. Yes, sir. What's up, Cash?
What's happening, my brother?
You all right?
Yeah. I was right.
Hey, Kev. Hey, Kev. Hey, Kev. Hey, Kev.
What's going on, man? So set, man. Everything's
Hey,
everything.
Cornerstone. I know you're excited. First, put the headphones on. Put the headphones on. You don't gotta kiss the mic. It's gonna hear you.
You gotta be right in there.
All right, there we go. Now you know what's going on. Now you can hear everything. All right, there we go.
Yeah. Hey, first, I want to. Right now, I'm just speechless right now because in this room right here, there's nothing but love from all my Knicks brothers and sisters in here, and I just want y'all to know that I love y'all from the bottom of my heart. From the bottom of my heart, I love y'all, man. The love that you showed to me and my dad, what is he? Don't tell him I said this, but to my man Sergeant G-Man for our show, the Pod Couple. Y'all are what keeps us going, and I just want to thank y'all from the bottom of my heart, for supporting us, man. Supporting me. No,
Man, that's what it feel like.
I ain't gonna start crying and all and everything. No, but it's an exciting time to be a Knicks fan right now, especially in the Atlantic Division with so much chaos going on with those other teams. That there is no drama with us. We're just doing our business. Dolan is staying out the way. And Leon, Worldwide West, Perry, Tibbs, they're doing their thing with us. And it's just an exciting time to be a Knicks fan right now. Tonight, I expect a real intense game. First of all, the Garden's gonna be chaos. What Randall said, it's gonna be chaos. Godzilla's coming in. Godzilla's coming in, and he's gonna spread that fire all over the place. I don't think the NBA is ready for us. I really don't, because where they're putting us, they're putting us as a play-in, and I say forget that. We might be the number 2 or number 3, probably number 1 if we play our cards straight.
I don't know about that, but 3 seed, we got it.
Top 3.
Okay, top three.
I ain't mad at that.
Yeah, so I think we're just gonna go out there and just blow the place apart.
Yeah.
Blow the whole NBA apart, and that's all I got to say. I don't want to hear about any trades. I don't want to hear about nothing. I love my team right now.
No.
We don't have an Alfred Payton.
Or Frank.
We don't have none of that.
We don't have a Frank.
None of that. And Tibbs is gonna put the right people on the floor, whether it's a Grimes, whether it's a Kemba, he's gonna put the right people on the floor.
Facts.
And I'm just excited for it. So that's about it, man. And thanks again, guys, for having me out here, man. I wouldn't miss this for the world. God bless y'all.
I just want to say one thing. Remind you, don't forget to tip the bartender, please. They're doing an amazing job, so don't forget to tip the bartender. All right. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Peace, everybody. I just wanted to say, yo, what's going on? I just wanted to say, I just think that the second unit is the key to everything. I know. Usually the first unit, they struggle a little bit. I really want to see Kemba and Evan get it going, especially with the chemistry with this team. And I think once that happens, it's really over. But as long as our bench unit comes out and does what they do and we protect the paint, I just think this one's in the bag, to be honest with you. They don't really have much point guard playmaking ability. But who do they have behind Smart? Schroeder. Yeah, I'm not really too worried. You know what I'm saying?
You think Grimes gets time?
In the first game, I mean, it depends on the game. It depends on if RJ's in foul trouble. You know what I'm saying? It was surprising to me that Tibbs put him out there as long as he did with the unit he did.
Right.
But you know what I'm saying? Maybe we'll see. Hopefully we see Grimes. If we see Grimes, that means it was a good game.
You know who I want to see.
We want to see.
Kevin Knox. I don't think he's gonna get out
Kevin
there.
Knox.
No. I want to see Deuce. That's who I want to see.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's
My
gonna
man
happen.
Deuce.
I don't think it's gonna happen. Unfortunately.
Yeah.
Oh, we're gonna get a Deuce chant tonight because we're gonna be about 20 before minutes.
Oh yeah.
we gonna put in the Deuce chant. We gonna put in the Deuce chant.
Yeah,
That's a fact.
Yeah.
That's a fact.
Absolutely.
But not my closing statement. tonight is the opener night for New York basketball. Last night over there in Brooklyn was the JV game, just the varsity game.
Get him out
We
of here.
here. KD, Kyrie,
Get him out of
Harden.
here. Get him out.
Go back across the river. We here. Let's win.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just want to say the energy gonna be crazy in the Garden. It's open tonight. We got Kemba in the building. He's from home. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just hyped, man. It's my first game in the Garden in a minute.
Yeah.
I drove all the way from Charlotte, North Carolina.
We better win. We better win. That's it. That's all I got. Yeah. What's up, Cat? Where you going? I just got here. What you talking about? You represent for the Garden Knicks.
They gonna try to make me sit down and get over that.
Yeah, sit down. What we talking about? This is Kemba's game. Just so y'all know, like y'all said, Kemba's going off tonight. Yeah, Kemba's going off tonight. I don't even think that's a question.
Yes,
Marcus
sir.
Smart, I don't care who you put on him. What we talking about?
Hey, listen, I'm going to put it out there right now because there's been a lot of crazy IQ hate. IQ's going to get busy tonight off the bench. I'm thinking we're talking about Kemba. IQ's going to get busy tonight. I feel it. We're talking about maybe 20 points or so. Watch IQ light it up. Maybe I'm going to say between 16 and 20.
Okay, between 16 and 20?
16 and 20.
Oh, man, we got to put wages on that one right there. 16 and 20. I think Tibbs is going to go with a tight rotation for this one. I think he want that. I think Fournier want this one right here. I think Fournier is going to go off. But like everybody said, like a few of the guys said ahead of us, nobody can handle the bench. Like, I don't see Boston, their bench. I don't care who you put out there at the first unit going to have to stay out there real long. They're going to be tired tonight.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Chasing around. Imagine, like I always said this on the podcast, you chasing around Kemba, then you got D Rose you got to chase after. Then you got IQ, like you said. Now, it's going to be a rough night.
Yes, sir.
It's going to be a rough night for Boston tonight.
Who we got up here?
Oh, I'm Andre Jalil from the God Up Knicks podcast with Babe Bro.
Yeah, y'all Rick the Ruler.
I think it's
God Up
next
Knicks
Look.
My bad.
Bro,
Once
don't know
again,
how to turn the mic on yet. Chill.
Apollo Reed, of course, of the God of Knicks podcast. The cousin was good.
Who you? Rick the Ruler.
Rick the Ruler.
Rick the Ruler.
Yeah.
Rick the Ruler.
All right. And I'm your boy Ron from Still Knick Fans. You know, shout out to my boy John holding us down in the chat.
Yo,
Let's
I'd like
go
to say
Knicks,
it's
baby.
good to see everybody in person. I see everybody's lives in the podcast. You got stayed out here without the scrubs on. All that shit. We got Eru in here.
No
live in
scrubs.
person.
And technically, this is the first time we've done anything together in the same exact room.
That's facts. That's the first time we've ever been together. As a God of Knicks team, we've never really been together. We usually in a different state. So
We galvanized. Oh, word, you here now. You know what I'm saying? We got to give you like a wedgie or something.
Big bro.
This is dope. This is dope.
This is real
It'll be a big night. We're definitely going to get a W tonight. We're going to do the opposite of what Brooklyn did last night. But, you know.
Everybody vaccinated on the Knicks, so we ain't got to worry about none of that. We ain't got no disgruntled players getting sent home and no shit like that.
So who y'all think is going to be the player of the game for the Knicks tonight?
I think it's gonna be Kemba. What y'all think?
Kemba.
You think it's gonna be RJ? You think RJ? He a big RJ fan.
Nah,
You talking about RJ gonna be?
Listen, I'm saying you right now,
He say all-star.
every answer you ask me is going to be RJ. So don't even like, you know what I'm saying? I hope RJ has the best game
I
tonight.
think because it's Boston, it's gonna be
Should be Kemba.
It's gonna be Kemba.
Yeah.
What's going on tonight?
Yes,
Bronx
sir.
is in the building.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I agree. I
So-
definitely think this is Kemba's night.
I think in general, I think by the time the season's over, I think it's gonna be Kemba's team.
Oh.
That's what I think.
Whoa.
I just think he's a New Yorker. I think he's going
Wow,
to
that's deep.
Kobe.
That's deep.
I'm just saying, no, but I'm just saying, he cardiac Kemba. I think he gonna show and prove this year. He got family out here. He gonna let it go.
All right.
He gonna let it. I'm not saying that nobody else is like RJ ain't dope because you know Jesus because these guys swear by him. But
You
I
sound
think
like, hey, I was looking
talented.
at you how you talked about RJ. I was waiting.
No, RJ. I think he gonna show and prove this season. He got a little bit of a ceiling
that he could reach up to. I think he got some improvement to do.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Remember where y'all heard it right here. Right
Yeah,
here.
this is going to be Kemba's team. I stand by that. Who got waiting?
I was telling my mans yesterday, I think RJ will have no, not my man, it's my nephew. Jordan, I was telling my nephew that I think
he was telling our nephew.
That's my nephew, man. Get up out of here. But anyway, I was telling our nephew that I think RJ will have an all-star caliber season. He might not make the all-star team because of the
They
competition.
always snub him. They always snub him.
No, I just think there's a lot of competition at that position, but I think he will put up the numbers to be considered at least an all-star.
What's RJ this year? He's shooting guard or small forward this year?
I think small forward.
They got him at the 3 this
I
year?
think he might be the 3, yeah.
Yeah, we got to see how that plays out. Because I was going to say, when somebody says small forward, there's a lot of switching in the NBA, so you can't really stick them to like guard and just a shooting guard or small forward. There's a lot of switching that goes on at the top up there. So
RJ actually might play whatever we need him to play. Because if Tatum's at the 4, RJ might be playing Tatum.
Yeah, RJ is one of the better defenders we got out there right
Yeah.
now. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't stand Elfrid Payton, but he was a defender. You know what I'm saying? We know Reggie, I couldn't stand him either, but he was a defender.
Yeah, exactly.
He was like the better defender on the floor. So now RJ, I think, takes the reins.
So wait, are you trying to tell me that Grimes is on your hit list for being a good defender and
I think he's great, but I don't think he's going to get the playing time.
Oh, okay, all right.
I think
I'm not sure.
If Tibbs is running the tight rotate, like again, foul trouble, if we up 20 points or if we down 20 points, you'll go out there and see if you can see what you can do out there.
Right. Listen.
I'm
gonna be real with you. The unit that Grimes played with yesterday, not yesterday, the last game, for him to be playing the minutes that he played with that unit,
that was a preseason game though.
But Tibbs don't play nobody he don't trust.
He had to go show and prove.
How many minutes Kevin Knox played that game?
I don't know, but
he didn't play any.
Oh, wait, which game? The last one?
The last game.
Knox ain't playing?
But Knox played the first 3 though.
He played the first 3, but what I'm saying is,
that's what I'm saying. It's a preseason joint.
Right.
I don't trust Tibbs.
Here we go.
Tibbs did let us down a couple times.
Right,
Playoffs.
right.
I think what he did, even though I hate Elfrid, I don't think that was a good move.
He didn't have the pieces,
but
man.
we got to see. Yeah, but we got Kemba this year. Kemba could knock down the 3. You know, every time Elfrid shot, he was like, he was hoping. But we got somebody who could shoot now, who could actually run the floor.
Right, but here's the question. If tonight the game is going good, Knicks is up, we cruising, whatever. If you see Knox and don't see Grimes, you're going to be upset?
No.
I don't know what we're doing with Knox. I honestly don't know what we're doing with Knox.
It's not going to happen.
What we doing with Knox? Hey, Knox is out there. If somebody's in foul trouble,
That's how you supposed to coach.
I'm gonna say this.
Grimes is the rookie.
Right. And
So
I was
what
going.
that mean? Yeah,
Now
so
listen.
you
Now
got here.
that's the point I was going to say. That's the point I was going to say because my thing is with
we being
Grimes.
disrespectful.
With Grimes.
Grimes make 125 threes. That's when we can talk about it.
Yeah, but we all know what
But
the
you gotta
problem
realize-
with Knox has always been about his motor and been about his heart.
That wasn't the problem in preseason.
But that's the preseason, bro. That's the preseason, bro. What we talking about? We talking about regular season game? We talking about preseason right now?
No, wait, hold on.
Give him the mic. No, he taking this one. No, take that one. Because we got to argue.
Right now, the New York Knicks are 4-0.
In the preseason.
Okay, let's not get it twisted.
I love it.
Let's not get it twisted. We understand exactly what Tibbs' point was when he was setting up the lineups, right? It's not an 8-game preseason thing. So Tibbs had to set something up. It was only 4 games.
I got bets we ain't gonna see Knox tonight.
Everybody,
I don't think we will either.
I don't think we'll see Knox
I don't
either.
think we are either.
But
But you think we're gonna see Grimes?
if we see Grimes over Knox, I'll be upset.
Why?
No. But if we see Grimes over Knox, that's saying something.
Hey, you said Tibbs will never do that.
The only reason why, stay with. The only reason.
You said Tibbs will never do that.
Hold on. The only reason why I won't be upset is because even though we all knew Obi Toppin did not look great last year at a lot of points.
Obi gonna be live this season.
But hold on, State. State, listen. What did Tibbs do? He played him anyway. Why? Because he was a first-round pick. So now, if Grimes does play over Knox, because he's the first-round pick in this year, I won't be mad if he earns it. You know what I'm saying? That's my only point.
State, we gonna see Knox tonight? We seeing Knox tonight?
I wouldn't be mad if we don't because we should be beat.
But you be mad if you see Grimes over Knox.
No, I wouldn't be mad.
Oh,
So what we
that's what I'm saying.
But I would understand if Tibbs put Knox over Grimes.
I would understand too, but that's not gonna happen.
In 4 years.
I'm gonna say this, y'all. I'm gonna say this.
No freshman over no guy out there in 4 years.
Well, it all depends on what the coach sees.
That don't matter though. That don't matter.
This is now. I want to talk to you guys about the culture, right? This is very important. What's going on right here, right? We are not arguing about getting rid of players.
No.
Do you understand how
I'm just
great
talking
that
about-
is?
yeah.
How
Right.
much of a turnaround that is? We're arguing about who plays, right?
Now, I mean, we happy we got rid of Alfred. I mean, I think everybody's happy.
If anybody wants to argue anything, the best argument they can make is that Knox has got to go just because he hasn't shown improve. However, I'm an honorable man regarding contracts. So you let that guy play, and then you let him go. But other than that, you got to let everybody play. That's it.
Right.
Yeah. Sims coming back.
Appreciate you,
happy
Sim.
to be
Appreciate you.
Hey, Sims, thank you, big brother. Had a good time arguing with State all night.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. It's 5:18. What I do want to say to everybody is, when we're done here, don't leave yet. Don't leave yet. We're gonna find a spot so we can take a big group picture, right? And then, of course, from here we'll walk up to the garden together. If you did not get your Quentin Grimes and Miles McBride rookie cards, make sure you see my wife. All right, and she'll get it for you. Right. So before we wrap up, I want to find out from Chris, because we got Chris, who's normally with the Queens Court. Now it's a give it up for Chris. And Chris, I just want to get from you, what do you think, and then your prediction for tonight.
I'm ready to go. I'm ready to see this win. I want to see the Knicks come out and do what they did Wednesday.
Uh-huh.
During the preseason, these 4 wins. My prediction is, I think we're going to win by 10 too. I like that. I like that number.
Yeah.
I like that number.
Yeah. Are you concerned at all about RJ, Jason Tatum? I want to come back to that because I think that's a big key to the game.
I think it's
how RJ guards Jason Tatum.
I think it's a big defensive thing for him. I hope that he's ready today because I'm sure Tatum is ready.
Word.
And I think he can do it. I've seen him play tough D on other people, so I'm sure he's ready for today. If not, Tibbs gonna be yelling at him today.
Yeah. But what about your boy Obi? What is Obi doing tonight? What is Obi doing tonight?
I'm ready. I'm looking for that small ball. I want him to show out this year because you guys was hard on him last year. So I think he's got something to prove this year.
Yeah.
Especially being the 8th pick.
Right. Steph, what's your take on tonight's game? And do we win? What's your prediction?
I do think we win, but I do think it's going to be a tough game. I think Boston is one of the tougher teams in the Eastern Conference.
Mm-hmm.
I think their bench is strong. I think what we have, like I said earlier, is that we have the continuity, we have the chemistry. Our bench right now is probably the strongest part of our team right now, ahead of the curve. So I do think we win by about 10, but I don't think the game breaks open until the 4th quarter. I think it's going to be nip and tuck, and we'll probably pull away, probably like 7 minutes, 5 minutes left in the game.
Okay. Any X factors tonight, Chris? Any X factors that you think
My boy Obi's
gonna be the X factor?
I got one for you.
All right,
Mitchell Robinson.
Yeah.
Because he's big, and they ain't got no bigs.
Right.
So I don't think they got an answer for Mitchell Robinson tonight.
Yeah.
And hopefully he gets that his timing back. Hopefully he gets that use that strength that he got over the offseason. But I don't think they got an answer for a 7-footer, especially on the boards.
Yeah.
I agree with you,
Definitely. I agree with that.
I think the X factor is RJ. If he's able to hold, it doesn't even matter how many points Tatum scores, but if it's an inefficient line, I think that bodes well for us. So I think the X factor is RJ making it as tough as possible on Tatum, making him earn his shots.
Right. All right. Well, look, it's 5:21. We're gonna get ready to take this group picture, and then we're gonna head up to the Garden. I just want to remind everybody, make sure you check out the game day.
Yes.
All right. Go to their page. The link is in the description. Go to their YouTube page. Smash the like button on their page, ladies and gentlemen. And for the most up-to-date sports content and betting odds, make sure you get to their website, thegameday.com. I want to go ahead and get some last words. And then, before I do that, I just want to give a big shout out to Legends, please, for letting us be here. Legends, we thank you very much for letting us be here. Legends NYC, ladies and gentlemen. And, we'll be back here at Legends after the game to do the post-game show. So if you're watching and you're going to the game, you can join us. Feel free to join us, ladies and gentlemen. Chris, any last words?
I just want this win. I want everybody to come out and play their hardest. Hopefully Tibbs can save his voice for another game.
Right. Yeah, no doubt. Steph?
Yeah, listen, this is a special night. Not only is it Knicks opening night, I get an opportunity to meet people and podcasters who I shared the screen with. I seen them in the chat. God Up Knicks is here. Evergreen is here. Quiet Money is here. I know I'm going to forget people. Still Knicks fans is here. I appreciate all of State is here. Cornerstone Kev is here. Cornerstone. So, when you guys see us, a lot of times we don't know each other. We haven't met live. I met Sim a few times, Tony a few times. But this is my first time meeting basically a lot of people in person. So I appreciate it. This is what makes this opening game even more special. And shout out to all the podcasters, whatever you're doing. If you're supporting the Knicks, I'm supporting you.
Definitely.
Right. Facts. Tony?
Appreciate
Tony? Hey, I just want to thank Sim for putting this together.
Absolutely.
The movement is movement. MBK fam. Yo, Black is time. And took the bartender.
No doubt. Let's get it, ladies and gentlemen. One last yell for Legends. The game day, MBK. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, we're out of here. Peace.
This is MBK. Nothing but Knicks. When Sim passed the assist, you know that it's #1 show that breaks down the game. If you can't play defense, stay out my way. Dribble the ball, come down the lane. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Who gon' win us the game? You wanna hear Nick updates and trade rumors? Post-game reviews, this the place you tune in. Tell a friend just to keep the ball moving. Like the page if you feeling the movement. Every game we coming to win. Give us a sob like a player that came off the bench. This is MBK, nothing but Knicks.